In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 NBA games happening on December 28, 2022, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games. So 2 picks for each game, 6 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 NBA games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like to gain access to our best exclusive betting picks to take your sports betting journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer anywhere from 1 betting pick a day up to 10 betting picks a day and much more. Now let's get started. Los Angeles Lakers versus Miami Heat. The Los Angeles Lakers head to Miami to take on the Heat on Wednesday. Los Angeles is set to play in Orlando on Tuesday night, and this is written before that game is over. Miami, meanwhile, is coming off a 113-110 win over the Minnesota Timberwolves. Looking at the betting trends, the Lakers are 1-6 against the spread in their last 7 road games, 2-7 against the spread in their last 9 games playing on 0 days rest, and 0-5 against the spread in their last 5 games overall. The Heat are 4-16-1 against the spread in their last 21 home games, 1-4-1 against the spread in their last 6 games against a team with a losing record, and 3-7-1 against the spread in their last 11 games overall. The Lakers are shorthanded again, as Juan Toscano Anderson and Anthony Davis are both out, while the Heat are keeping eyes on Bam Adebayo, Jimmy Butler, and Gabe Vincent, who are all listed as questionable. The Lakers were able to get a much-needed win over the Magic last night, but they were really struggling before that win, while the Heat have been the more consistent performer with 5 wins in their last 7 outings. The Heat come into this meeting as the team in better form, but they have so many players under an injury cloud, so it doesn't make sense laying this many points. So the Los Angeles Lakers to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. Los Angeles is one of the best over teams in the league, and this is a good spot for the over to hit. Los Angeles is 20-13 in hitting the over, while Miami is 17-17. However, on no rest, the Lakers are 4-0. The line is lower than many expect due to how good the Heat's defense is, but Miami can still score and will look to push the pace here. The Lakers are also playing at a pace of 104.3, which ranks second, while they rank 18th in offensive efficiency and 24th in defensive efficiency. Miami, meanwhile, plays at a pace of 98, which ranks 28th, while their offensive efficiency ranks 25th. In Los Angeles' last 10 games, the games are averaging 244 points per game, while Orlando's last 10 games are averaging 226.5 points per game. The Heat's last 10 games, meanwhile, are averaging 214 points per game. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. Milwaukee Bucks versus Chicago Bulls. This Wednesday, the Milwaukee Bucks will travel to Chicago to take on the Chicago Bulls. Tip-off will be inside the United Center. This will be the second time that these two teams have matched up, as the Bulls walked away with a 118-113 victory on November 23rd. The Bucks are coming into this one after falling to the Boston Celtics, 139-118. They struggled on each end of the court, as they will have to be more aggressive in this game if they want to challenge the Bulls on the road. The Bulls are entering this matchup after falling to the Houston Rockets, 113-118. They were not good on the defensive end of the court, as they allowed Houston to shoot 55.6% from the floor. They will have to contest more shots in this game if they want to challenge the Bucks at home. Looking at the betting trends, the Bucks are 1-6-1 against the spread in their last 8 road games, 1-5 against the spread in their last 6 games against a team with a losing record, and 1-3-1 against the spread in their last 5 games playing on 2 days rest. The Bulls are 1-4 against the spread in their last 5 home games, 18-37 against the spread in their last 55 games against a team above .600, and 1-6 against the spread in their last 7 games following a loss. Head-to-head, the under is 5-1 in the last 6 meetings overall, and the Bucks are 14-3 against the spread in the last 17 meetings in Chicago. The Bucks should have their full roster except for K.A. Tris Middleton, who is still out with that knee injury, while the Bulls are keeping eyes on Javon Green and Alex Caruso, who are are both questionable for this one. The Milwaukee Bucks have had issues on the road this season, where they lose by an average of 5 points, but they're clearly the better team here. The Chicago Bulls aren't a good team. They struggle defensively, and they're losing their last 5 games by an average of 5 points while allowing 52.2% shooting. You couldn't back either team with too much confidence, but the Bucks are the deserved road favorites despite the injuries, and I believe that they can get the easy W behind a big game from Antetokounmpo. There are no excuses for the Bucks here, so the Milwaukee Bucks to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. The Bulls rank 12th in pace of play heading into this Eastern Conference tilt. Milwaukee is one of the best defensive clubs in the NBA, and although you could not tell when they were throttled by the Celtics on Christmas, those games will be few and far between. They gave up a whopping 139 points, and coach Mike Budenholzer will have his boys ready to rock on the defensive end. They have been excellent on the glass this year, ranking 3rd in rebounding percentage and offensive rebounding. They will control the glass, control the tempo, and will likely hold the Bulls under 100 points. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. Minnesota Timberwolves versus New Orleans Pelicans. This Wednesday, the Minnesota Timberwolves will travel to New Orleans to take on the New Orleans Pelicans. Tip-off will be inside the Smoothie King Center. These two teams have not matched up yet this season, but I am still expecting a battle in this one. The Timberwolves are coming into this one after falling to the Miami Heat, 113-110. They struggled on the defensive end of the floor as they couldn't get enough stops to win that game. They will have to apply more pressure in this one if they want to challenge the Pelicans on the road. The New Orleans Pelicans are entering this matchup after defeating the Indiana Pacers 113-93. They looked to lead on the defensive end of the court as they held Indiana to 25.7% shooting from behind the arc. They will have to stay efficient on the defensive end if they want to challenge Minnesota at home. Looking at the betting trends, the Timberwolves are 1-5 against the spread in their last 6 road games, 1-4 against the spread in their last 5 games following a loss, and 0-7 against the spread in their last 7 games against a team above .600. The Pelicans are 4-1 against the spread in their last 5 home games and 4-1 against the spread in their last 5 games following a win. Head-to-head, the over is 14-3 in the last 17 meetings in New Orleans. The Timberwolves are 1-4 against the spread in the last 5 meetings overall, and the Timberwolves are 4-1 against the spread in the last 5 meetings in New Orleans. The Timberwolves will again be without Taurean Prince and Kyle Anderson, while the Pelicans have ruled out Brandon Ingram, while Herbert Jones is listed as questionable. New Orleans dominated the glass Monday night in their big win over Indiana, a 20-point blowout in which they led for much of the night. New Orleans forced 13 turnovers by Indiana and out-rebounded the Pacers 54-36. Zion missed the last game, but he is expected back for this home game. The Timberwolves have been struggling without Karl Anthony Towns available, especially on the glass. Minnesota ranks in the lower third of the NBA with 42.6 rebounds per game. Their 49% shooting percentage from the field on the season is the 3rd best in the league, but it has yet to translate into many wins. They will have a load of issues rebounding in this game, and the Pelicans will expose them inside again. New Orleans has won 9 of their last 10 home games. The Timberwolves could really do with a win to get back on track, but they haven't been able to build any momentum, and they didn't look good for a majority of their loss to the Heat on Monday. The Pelicans are so banged up at the moment, but that hasn't stopped them from blowing past the Pacers for their 3rd straight win on Monday. The Minnesota Timberwolves show time and time again that they're not a good team, and losing to the Heat without Bam and Butler is just another red flag. The New Orleans Pelicans have Zion back in the mix, and they're one of the best home teams in the league, where they win by an average of 8.5 points. The early money is going for the Timberwolves, but I'm sticking with the Pelicans to get the job done at home. The line is also reasonable, so the New Orleans Pelicans to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. The Pelicans have the 5th highest adjusted pace rating, and the Timberwolves have the 12th highest. Both of these teams will look to push the ball up the court and score in transition as often as they can. Neither of these teams is afraid to pull the trigger early in the shot clock, as each team will take a bunch of shot attempts. Minnesota and New Orleans have also shown that they can consistently score. The Timberwolves are scoring the 11th most points per game, and they have the 3rd highest team shooting percentage. They will knock down shots consistently throughout this game. The Pelicans will also efficiently score, as they are scoring the 3rd most points per game, and they have the 6th highest shooting percentage. They can score from anywhere on the floor, and the Timberwolves aren't strong enough defensively to slow them down. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.